detox. Are you going to do that soon?
Yeah, I'm planning on. It's just that there isn't much people coming in, so I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do a detox next week, Monday.
Okay, great.
All right, I'll start next week. All right, I'm gonna go live on YouTube too. Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to another Rise and Prime session. Every rising, the tribe gets up early, 7 a.m. Eastern. Some of us 4 a.m. Eastern, and do certain movements to release tension from the body, because emotions get housed in your muscle tissues. I was like, yo, your issues get in your tissues. The dramas are stuck in you, right? You got anger stored in the booty. You got fear stored in the hamstrings. You have anxiety stored in the shoulders. You have more stress and anger stored in the pectoral muscle. And you have your organs housing those emotional states. You got your liver housing anger. You got your spleen housing worry, right? You got your kidneys housing fear. You got all of these organs are housing your various emotional states. What if there was a way you can open up that house and get rid of those limiting emotional states? Not saying that they're good or bad, it's just that they're limited. So that's what Rising Prime is about. We do Qigong for that mostly. That's the breathing, that's the stretching, right? Those are the ways of physically ridding of them. And then there's a mental way of releasing, of letting go every day. It's like taking an emotional shower or a spiritual shower, because your emotions then affect your spirit. And then as you do that, putting in something that relates to your detoxing, fasting, that relates to nutrition, health, planning, mind, whatever it is, you learn something. So this whole concept, though we do it together as a group, as a collective, and you can tap in, it's something that we all can do for ourselves every day, by ourselves if we wanted to. So with that being said, y'all, we're gonna get to some moving and some grooving. First thing we're gonna do is, like I say, we got to release the tension. All right. So remember the secret I share with you. If you got a lot of energy in you, what you got to do? What you got to do if you feel not necessarily energy that's balanced, but energy that's all over the place. What's the secret? Anybody? Don't be shy. Just do
To really see an exercise, move your body.
Move your body. A dramatic movement what will happen is burn off excess energy that's draining you. Now, somebody says, what is that? You might have cortisol and adrenaline all up in your body. Somebody says, well, there's nothing wrong with cortisol or adrenaline. There's nothing wrong with it, but if you got a whole bunch of it when you don't need it, you're not running, that's too much. So you got to do something with it. That stress has a flight response. So if you find yourself overly stressed, it's either two things. It's either you run it out or you breathe it, calm it down. But if you have too much of it, you want to burn it out, and then you want to try to meditate. You got it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is exactly what we just said. We're going to burn some of that energy out, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do some stretching, some calisthenics. We're going to add some of the old school body weight exercises in there, as well as some qigong. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is why don't we start with the body drumming? Why not, right? Why not start with the body drum? Okay. So the first part we drum when we're doing body drumming is where, Carla, where's the first part we drum? The lungs. I keep asking questions and giving answers.
No, I love it. That's fine.
Because you ain't trying to get the answer.
You're doing fine.
All right, you're gonna start by forming claws with your hand, and then you're gonna drum the pec. from your lungs, side to side. She gone side to side. Now thump your thymus side to side. Thump your thymus side to side. She gone side to side. She gone side to side. Now go to the back. Drum your kidneys. That was really good. I felt goosebumps doing that. Now you're gonna come to the front. You're gonna bump your gonads. So right in between the hip, you're gonna bump the gonads side to side. She gone side to side. All right, let's throw some music in there.
All right.
Ready? Heart, lung,
Yes.
cheek. Heart, lung, liver, vein, kidney, cheek, kidney, gene. Shake your hand. Shake your hand. Show me what you're working with. Shake your hand. How come y'all stop turning y'all video on? It's so lonely. Come on. Y'all see 3 people in it. At least show me your face. She gone side to side. Side to side. She gone side to side. Now drum the earth. Side to side. She gone side to side. Now shake up to the side, side to side. She gone side to side. Now shake up to the side, side to side. She gone side to side. Now shake 'em up. Move your cheek. Shake 'em up. Show me what you're working with. Shake 'em up. Move your cheek. Shake 'em up. Show me what you're working with. Now lean back. Now drum your lungs side to side. She gone side to side. Now drum your lungs side to side. She gone side to side. Now drum your kidneys side to side. She gone side to side. Now drum your kidneys side to side. She gone side to side. Thymus stump. She gone side to side. Now thump your chest. Thymus stump. She gone side to side. She gone side to side. Now sacral pump side to side. She gone side to side. Now right hand jing. Left hand cheek. Right hand shan. Left hand cheek. Right hand jing. Left hand cheek. Right hand shan. Left hand chi, jing, chi, shan, chi, jing, chi, shan, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Come on, touch your heart. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, touch that kidney, jing, chi, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left, say it with me, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney,
Cheek, cheek.
liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen,
spleen.
Right kidney chi, left kidney jing, heart, lung, liver, spleen,
Spleen.
chi, kidney, jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, 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 chi, kidney, jing. She gone. She gone. Yeah. Come on now. Ain't no fun. Ain't no funner way to drum your organs, and it's catchy too. But you gonna remember: heart, lungs, liver, spleen. You can't forget that. It's just too catchy. All right. So now that we did the body drumming, and once again, that's the famous Dr. Love. Shout out to the Grandmaster. So now we're gonna play the next tune to get moving. Okay, since we're in dancing mode, let's bring changes. All right, let's get it.
Put Qigong in your game.
Your life will never be the same.
Qigong is what I need so that I can breathe. Qigong is moving slow even though my life is fast. Qigong makes me flow so that I can last. Give healing energy a chance. Express Qigong through your dance.
All right, put your hand on your hips.
Put your hands on your hips.
Put your hand on your hips, side to side, Qigong. Side to side, Qigong. Now hula to the left, side to side. Hula to the left, side to side, Qigong. Side to side, Qigong. Side to side. Now hula to the right, side to side. Hula to the right, side to side, Qigong. Side to side,
Now
Qigong.
bend your knees
And dip,
Spank, dip, spank,
dip,
spank,
dip,
spank,
dip.
spank. Now roller skate.
Qigong now roller skate. Qigong now roller skate. Qigong now roller skate. Now dip,
Spank,
dip,
spank,
dip,
spank,
dip.
spank. Now backward skate.
Qigong now backward skate. Qigong side to side. Qigong side to side. Now Harlem shake to the front. Come on. Harlem shake to the front. Qigong now Harlem shake to the front. Harlem shake to the front. Qigong now Harlem shake to the rear. Harlem shake to the front. Shout out to you, Fernando. Fernando. Harlem shake to the rear. Harlem shake to the rear. Qigong.
Now hands to the sides.
And bounce.
Now arms to the sides.
And bounce.
Now arms to the sides.
And
Now
bounce.
arms to the
Side.
sides. Now bounce. Now
Fly to the sky. Qigong now fly to the sky. Qigong now fly to the sky. Now you're gonna keep your arms straight, looking up. This is gonna open the heart. Open the heart. Side to side. Qigong side to side. Now open your heart. Side to side. Qigong side to side. Now open your heart. Side to side. Qigong side to side. Now open your heart. Side to side. Qigong side to side.
Now lift your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side.
Now lift your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side. Now lift your lungs side to side. Qigong side to side.
Now loosen your liver side to side.
Step in, step out.
Side to side.
Now loosen your liver side to side. Qigong side to side. Now loosen your liver side to side. Qigong.
Side to side.
Now loosen your liver
Side to side.
Qigong
Side to side. Now rub your belly.
side to side. Qigong.
Side to side.
Now love your belly side to side. Qigong side to side.
Now rub your belly.
Side to side. Qigong. Come on, rub that belly.
Now rub your belly.
Side to side. Qigong. Side to side.
Now bend from the waist.
Come on.
Side to side.
Ball of chi in your hands.
Now clean your kidneys. Side to side.
Clean your kidneys. Side to side. Qigong. Side to side.
Qigong.
Side to side.
Bend from the waist. Side to side.
Ball of chi in your hands. Clean your kidneys. Side to side. Clean your kidneys. Side to side. Qigong. Side to side. Qigong. You've been warned. You've been told. Don't get sick. Don't get old.
When you get no sleep.
And do not eat. You rob yourself of energy. Find your peace. Find your peace. Qigong. 7 days a week. Put Qigong in your game. And your life will never be the same. You gotta give.
Change in your life.
You gotta give up the vice.
Give up the coffee, the smoke, the soda, and
Give up the coke. You gotta change the way we eat, the way we sleep, and the way we treat each other. And the way you treat yourself.
Make a better life for yourself.
Make a better life for yourself. That's right. Ooh. You gotta change the way you eat, the way you sleep, and the way you treat each other. I definitely gotta change the way I sleep. I've been sleeping wrong. Let me give y'all admit. I've been sleeping wrong. The feng shui in my room have been all messed up. Sometimes you really gotta look at the way you sleep, man. I gotta sleep better. I gotta fix that today. Fix the
Me
feng
too.
shui. Right? You gotta fix the feng. When you don't fix the feng shui in your room, you don't wake up right. It gets and you wake up at night. You get it feels weird, right? And so you pay. Here's the thing: we pay for what we're lazy on. Every area of our lives that we're lazy in, we pay for it. And normally, guess what? Our body pays for it because even if you didn't feel it last night, your back is gonna feel it. So you're gonna wake up this rising, man, my back hurts, because the feng shui is all off. So look at your environment, okay? Once again, we're gonna do some. Let's see, 7:30 now. Let's do a little quick intermission. Yesterday, I was talking about this. I was like, listen, we just passed the summer solstice. This is just a new moon, full moon just passed, which just means seasonal changes, right? And the business world doesn't say seasons; we say quarters. And you see how that goes? We say quarters as the business world, and by business I mean, economics. But the world says, God says seasons. Okay. So it's either you have a seasonal mindset or a quarterly mindset. Somebody says, okay, there's 4 quarters in the year. Yeah, there's the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. It is true. January through March is the first quarter. And then from March to June, it's the second quarter. From June all the way up to, I believe it's September, right? Something like that. And then the last 3 months are the fourth quarter. But we all have 4 seasons. So every season, there's a shift that happens in your life. There's a reason why I'm actually bringing it up. If you went back to analyze, you can actually see that there are certain patterns that happen around the same seasons. So I'm telling you this right now because if you really do a reflection point right now, you can actually know what's about to happen. And you can set up some dedications to make sure they don't. So you don't have to answer this question to me. But I want you to think, if you close your eyes, right? In fact, we're going to do some breathing and then close your eyes. And I want you to go back to the last summer. I want you to go back to last summer. And I want you to see the theme of the summer. And then from that theme, I want you to then say, okay, this is this summer. And ask yourself, how would I like to create this summer? Right? So now looking at last summer and how you want to create this summer, you're going to see some gaps. You're going to see, oh, this is the difference between the past summer and this creative summer I'm doing in my mind right now. So why is that? Last summer, there are probably some things you wanted to do, but you didn't get around to it. Right, last summer, there's probably like something that may have happened around that time that may be uncomfortable that might come up again this summer. So you might say, okay, you know what, let me put more practices and tools in place to fuel myself up. So if I do face this again around this next time circulation, I will be stronger to handle it. So every season, there are seasonal bonded circumstances that will repeat itself unless you've evolved your consciousness. So I don't want to just talk about it. I've experienced it in my life. Let me ask you something. Personally, is there a time in your life where you realize, like, yo, I went through this last year. This year I'm going through the same exact thing around the same exact time. Has that ever happened to any of y'all? Right. Probably have. So I see, let's say yes. So if it has happened, then what if this season it doesn't have to happen again? What if this season you can actually extract the lesson and apply the lesson and not what happened last season. Wouldn't that be like way beneficial? Right? So that's what we're gonna kind of do, right? These are the things that we don't necessarily think about, but we go in circles figuring out why it's not happening. Sometimes last season was a belief that you had that was holding you back, just a belief. I used to say this all the time. I would wake up encouraged and I would go to sleep in shame. And there was a season in my life where that was the theme. It wasn't until I started changing that things started to shift a little. Not all the way to where I wanted to be. But here's the thing. I heard this the other day and I was like, oh, that's deep. My friend told me this. She was like, a lot of times we are exactly where we wanted to be last year. But when we get there, we want to be somewhere else. So we don't realize that we're where we want to be. So it's like, man, I want to be there. Oh, you walk all this way and you're there. But then you're like, I want to be there. So you forgot that you got where you were going. Then you're like, oh, I'm there now. You're like, I want to be over there. So you're like, oh, let me walk again. Oh, I want to be over there. The next thing you know, you keep going to the next thing, the next growth, the next thing. You never really sit and realize like, yo, this is kind of beautiful. I like this process here, you know? I like where I went here. So this is what these meditations do for you, right? So I want us to meditate on that, right? Because I told you, during Rise and Prime, you can get your mind at a peak state that will allow you to be able to meditate on that. So let's do one better, okay? One better we're going to do is get your mind in a state of belief. So what I do is, and what I used to do a lot more often now than now. Now I don't do it as much because I feel like I got it in me more now. I would listen to so many different motivational tapes. And I let their beliefs kick in till mine came in. Right? So when I felt like, man, I'm never going to be successful with what I'm doing, I let Eric Thomas remind me, keep going, don't quit, don't stop. And I fueled every cell in my body to believe it, even when I didn't believe it. But it was like listening to it so much, it just, I was like, let's go, I'm pumped up, I'm energized, I'm fired up. So it kept getting me up every day, right? But then I also had an intrinsic motivation. You can't just have the extrinsic, you have to have the intrinsic. But there's an intrinsic motivation that comes out of you more when you have a deep respect for yourself. A deep respect from yourself, man, really comes out of not letting yourself down. RESPECT, show it what it means to me. So what that means is you got to respect yourself. You really do. And you can't respect yourself if you don't have a trust for you. And a trust, there's like a trust ratio. Trust is on the basis for most people, on the basis of what did you say you were going to do as opposed to what you did. So a lot of times we quantify our trust based on what was said and what is actually done. And the difference is, oh, this is how much trust I can endow in you. It's the same thing with us. Our trust is, what did you say you was going to do and did you do it? Our trust is, where did you say you was going to grow and did you grow there? Our trust is, what did you say you were going to dedicate your health, your lifestyle to and did you do it? If that goes down, then our self-confidence goes down. And then guess what? We no longer have that belief. So then we perpetuate the past. The only way to perpetuate a better future is with a belief that it is not only possible, but it is already so. It is here in this season right now. There is no way that you can get fruits from a plant that is not implanted in that season. If you keep thinking, well, next season they'll plant it. Of course, if you're going to plant it next season, you're going to get the fruits 3-4 seasons after. So, what am I saying? Whatever you've been procrastinating, ignoring, leaving in the past, and you felt there were certain emotional states that were holding you to releasing them, this is the best season to do it. Summer has a abundance about it. Those who did not plant 2 or 3 seasons before may not reap the fruits of summer. But if you plant in summer, there's a section of fall where there's an abundance, guys. And this is real life. Right around September or whatever that, around that time, September, there's a nice wealth that is circulating our economy. Right around September. This is like a fact. So and there's also a shedding of the leaves that's happening. So in summer, this is a great time for you to blossom, for your flowers to show. I always say, let your light shine, don't hide it, don't dim it. But summer, you got the bees out. You literally have people pollinating your flowers because everybody's going out, especially now. Everybody is out their house. So what am I saying? I'm saying whatever it is that you've been wanting to do for a long time, there have been some internal conflicts. There have been internal scripts. There have been things that other people said to you when you were 6 that you didn't believe, that, man, and this is about the time that you say, man, you know what? I'm going to start to let that go. Let me do the work so I can grow, so I can start really planting my summer crops. Because a lot of times we think we don't know what to do. We think we don't know what to do or how to do it. But here's the issue. It's just there's just a stagnated energy in us that is blocking the doing. That is blocking the being, or worse, blocking the realization that you're there and taking the step. So if you can shed the weight of not believing that it's possible, the weight of the fear of failure, the weight of, man, I'm not good enough, the weight of, I'm not ready. Yo, if you can shed that weight of I'm not ready, you're going to be ready. So I want to ask you a question. Like, when are you going to be ready? Okay? When are you going to be ready? Somebody said, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, 30 pounds. I'm really trying to start doing this exercise thing, but I'm not ready yet. Okay, well, can you bring your knees up right now? Come on, drive up the knees. Jumping jacks, let's go. Come on, let's do 10 jumping jacks right now. Yeah, ready? 10 jumping jacks. Let me show you how fast it is to go to a new direction. Let's say you're stagnated. Man, I haven't been moving. Oh, you know, hey, Ed, I ought to start moving. Guess what? Oh, let's go. 1, let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just moved. Oh, okay, Ed, I haven't been breathing, Ed. I need to do some more deep breaths. You know, I feel like a lot of times I'm holding in my breath. Okay, I get it. Up until this point, you haven't consciously breathed. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do some fire breaths. So when you breathe in, your stomach expands. When you breathe out, it contracts like a balloon. It goes in. So when you go down, you're gonna breathe in. When you come out, you're gonna breathe out. Breathe in. Go a little faster now. However you've been, you're not stuck to that weight. All right, let's take a little intermission and say some affirmation. So I want you to bring your chest out first of all. Say it with your chest. Come on, bring your chest out. Now drop your shoulders. There you go. Nice. So it's almost like you have to stand with calmness. You stand erect, but yet very zen. It's the duality of both. You stand with power, but you don't stand tight. uptight. You have to stand with courage, but not with what they call paranoia. Now put your hand on your chest. I am not stuck to this state. I create my destiny. I am not stuck to this state. I create my destiny. I am not stuck to this place. I create my destiny.
I'm not stuck to this place. I create my destiny.
I am not stuck to this state. I create my destiny.
I'm not stuck to this state. I create my destiny.
I am not stuck to this place. I create my destiny. I am not
stuck to this place. I create my destiny.
I am not stuck to this emotional state. I choose what state to live in.
I'm not stuck to this emotional state. I choose what state to stay in.
I am not stuck to this emotional state. I choose what state to live in.
I'm not stuck to this emotional state. I choose what state to be in.
I am not stuck to this emotional state. I choose what state to live in. I choose to live in joy. I choose to live in gratitude.
I choose to live in
gratitude.
I choose to live in courage.
I choose to
live in courage.
I choose to live in abundance.
I choose to
live in abundance.
I choose to live vitally, in vitality. I choose to live in vitality.
I choose
to live in vitality.
I choose to live in understanding.
I choose
to live in understanding.
I choose to live with constructive habits.
I choose to live with constructive habits.
I choose to live with more love in my life.
I choose to live with more love.
I choose to reside in peace.
I choose to reside in peace.
I choose to reside in the present moment. I choose to reside in the present moment.
I choose
to reside in the present moment.
When I walk, I am walking.
When I walk, I am walking. I am walking.
When I walk, I am consciously walking.
I am consciously walking when I walk.
Consciously walking.
When I talk, I am consciously talking.
When I talk, I am consciously talking.
I am conscious.
When I breathe, I'm consciously breathing.
When I breathe, I'm consciously breathing.
When I eat, I'm consciously eating.
When I eat, I'm consciously eating.
I am consciously living my life, and I will not get stuck in a state.
I am consciously living my life, and I will not get stuck in a state
of wandering like a general. And I will not get stuck in a state of wandering around as a lost soul, because I found who I am. Whatever way you want to put that, you have to convince yourself. A lot of times you have to speak into you what you want. You have to communicate to yourselves, listen, I want you to align a little bit differently. This is called epigenetics. But however, I need you to feel it, right? You hear this stuff. Common knowledge is often ignored because the truths are often ignored. So you hear this, get yourself in a state where you really believe it. Sometimes you don't do it by choice, you do it because you broke down. But what if you can build yourself up with that same emotion? Sometimes we cry in complete surrender, and that's only because life hit us so hard we got no choice. It's like you reach to a point where you can't hold it all in. But what if instead of reaching to a point where you can't hold it all in, it's because every day you let a little bit of it out, it made you more powerful. It's the reverse version of what you unconsciously do can be transformative. When you unconsciously, you just like, I can't do this anymore. Can somebody help me? And you just cry. There's a release that happens, because what that is you're surrendering. But when you consciously do it, you didn't let life break you all the way down. You're building yourself up each day. So what if you can like surrender to the pains, the troubles, these conflicts, that is the underlying thing that's stopping whatever it is you're trying to do. Okay? So when we can break those down, we can transform it. Okay, so now we're gonna breathe, right? We're gonna do some motion, some slower movements. Now, the reason for that is, what happens is your body is in a certain way, your mind is in a certain way. With enough stillness of the mind, you could put in visualization. This will get your spirit in a certain way. And this is where you manifest better. You got to get yourself in a state of belief, or you won't manifest as well as you can. Okay, and then you got to get your body structured in a way. So I don't want to just show you, I want to tell you, so that way you can mix things in and do it yourself. So this is a way of freeing the lungs and the heart. If your chest is full, you got too much on your chest. So you're going to breathe in, gather, and then breathe out. Every day we have to let something go. Either what we didn't do yesterday, who we were yesterday, who we're not. It's just, we need to do it, right? Exhale. Gather, breathe in. Breathe out. Gather, breathe in. Breathe out. Gather, breathe in. Breathe out. It's not what you do that's going to dictate the quality of your life, is who you become. Who you become is a sum total of your thoughts, behaviors, habits, and beliefs. Who you've been so far, now you're going to go up the center. Who you've been so far is a accumulation of what you've been thinking, how you've been behaving, what you've been consuming, the environments you've been in, and what you've been believing, and the ideal life that you've been looking to create. This is normally formulated by the subconscious. How you're growing to be is how you decide to be. When you realize who you really are. Because you say, hey, I can be who I want to be. We heard that over and over, but we thought that was too cliche. Who you want to be is not what title you want to have or what job you want to have. Who you want to be is, how do you want every cell in your body to be organized? Like, how do you want to be able to experience life? That's what it talks about when I say who you want to be, not what you want to do. Who is you? Breathe in, breathe out. Now you're going to gather water from the ground, bending your knees, and as you come up, drop it right on your face. Exhale. Breathe in, gather, breathe out. Breathe in. My lungs are free. My heart is free. I am no longer held in bondage by sadness and grief. My lungs are free. My heart is free. I am no longer bonded by sadness and grief. My lungs are free. My heart is free. I am freed by the Creator. My lungs are free. My heart is free. I am letting go of all the things that is tightening in my chest. My lungs are free. I can breathe freely. My heart is free. My blood flows freely. Every cell in my body is working for my good. Every cell in my body is working for my good. My lungs are free. My hearts are free. Every cell in my body is working for my vitality. So now we're going to do this motion. So you have one arm going this way, one hand going straight across, the other one going same direction, straight. Then you're gonna reverse, turning the palm around. Now you go here, you turn the fingers face this way, around the head, then step, landing at the same initial position you had on the other side. Step in, around, step out. I'm out of space here. So this is lifting the heart out of its little nest, which is going to help more blood flow. And also stretching the pec, which will help you prevent things like breast cancer. My lungs are free. My heart and lungs are working together effectively for my good. My heart and lungs are working together effectively for my good. My heart and lungs are properly fueling each other and fueling every single organ in my body. I am healthy, I am whole, and I'm connected to my higher self. I am connected, I am whole. I am connected to my higher self. All right. So, I'm gonna wipe to the left. You're gonna wipe to the right. Exhale. You're gonna wipe left, wipe right. With your hand facing the screen, just wipe. So now face your palm in front of you towards your vision. As you breathe in and turn, you're going to breathe out towards the pocket and then look at the other hand. Breathe in, turn, breathe out. Now go above your head. Look at the palm. The secret to focus is focus. The secret to focusing is just look at one spot consistently. So just look at your palm. As you turn. So for this one, we're going to take a calm, deep breath in, coming off our toes, and then a very fast exhale, slamming the heel and making the sound. Okay? So it's almost like you're going to bring up vital energy and drop it down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go. Feel life. Give it to the ground. Feel life rising up in you. And drop it all back to Mother Nature. Breathe in. Breathe in. Off the toes. Heels off the ground. Exhale. In. Out. So now we're going to add a little detail to it. As you breathe in, you're going to tighten the anus sphincter, which has to do with the perineum, which has to do with your root chakra, which has to do with safety, security, and the limbic system, which has to do with your feeling of, I'm okay, my needs are met. So by doing so and slamming your feet on the ground, which has to do with the bubbling springs, you're literally, if you were on the ground, you'd literally be sending a lot of energy and also getting that energy back. So here you're going to tighten, coming up, and as you slam your heel, you're going to breathe out, and then you're going to let your anus sphincter loose. Tighten, off the toes, release, slam on the ground. Tighten, release, tighten, I'm grounded. I'm connected. I'm unshakable. I am grounded. I'm connected. I'm unshakable. I'm grounded. I'm connected. I'm unshakable. I'm grounded. I'm connected. I'm unshakable. I'm grounded. I'm connected. I'm unshakable, and I cannot be moved. Now I want you to get low. Bring your legs a little wider than shoulder width. This means that you're going to be in Wuji posture. Almost like a sumo squat. So bring your hands in, fist up, sumo squat. Now that you've grounded yourself, you're going to free the heart. You're gonna push out, flicking the wrist like you're pushing a door, and then reeling it right back in. So push out any energies causing sadness, loneliness to your heart. Who do you think you need? Let's say this affirmation. All I need to experience love is myself. Love sprouts from me first. So push out your dependence on other people for love. Even though we do need to love other people. But we don't need to depend on loving or them loving us. Keep pushing that out. Now, after you put in some of these energies or some of these thought patterns or some of these ways of thinking, you're going to pull into your heart and lungs what will serve. So, in fact, let's take some time in between that in your forehead and tap. Now, the reason why you do this is simple. We have major endocrine glands. We also have major chakra points. This is also the point where the pituitary is more in the center, but here sending shock vibrations to the pituitary, which is a major gland. They call it the master gland. It's about 8, so we're going to finish up soon. Here, I just want you to tap in between the forehead. As you breathe in and breathe out, this is an affirmation I came up for the pituitary. The God within me will illuminate my path and show me the way. As you tap in between the forehead, the God within me will illuminate my path and show me the way. The God within me will illuminate my path and show me the way. The God within me will illuminate my path and show me the way. Now I want you to go back to last June 2020. Go to June 2020 and envision in how that went. Now I'm going to take you on, you're taking yourself on a journey. I'm just guiding you with words. Embrace yourself to experience whatever it is you're going to experience in June 2020. Because out of this, you're going to create what you want in 2021. I want you to see how your month went. What did you do? What were some of the things that were pressing to you, or some of the themes or patterns that kept happening for June of 2020? Just observe them. Imagine you were outside your body looking in June 2020, and you were looking at you doing whatever you were doing. What were some mistakes you thought you made? What were some regrets you thought you had? So, see the regrets, the mistakes. Now see the beauty in the 2020 June. What did you envision yourself doing in 2021? And have you really gotten to your vision but didn't realize it? Now travel to 2021, June 2021. You're here. If you can recreate June 2020 to be the version you wanted it to be, to do the activities you wanted to do, to go to places and meet the people and be and adopt the lifestyle, or finish the whatever it is, or just be happy. If you got there already, give yourself gratitude, a pat on the back for getting there. If from June 2020 you transform your life to now and you got yourself to where you wanted to be, take some time right now. Just congratulate yourself. Man, you did it. Look at you. Let me congratulate myself. I did it. I'm doing this. I wanted to do this last year. Now that you've given yourself a pat on the back and you like, man, I am where I wanted to be. Now I want you to envision to say, man, how can I make June a little bit more magical? If I can pay a little more closer attention to the things that I didn't do last June, or if I pay attention to what I see is available for me in this moment, forgetting last June, what can I possibly do? How can I experience life more magically, more beautifully? Envision this June just going a little bit extra beautiful than last one. I mean, July now. I kept saying June. Really meant July. Just imagine July going 10 times as beautiful as last July. Now, if you have a specific painful thing that happened, like losing somebody or moving somewhere or losing a job or anything that may have affected you in a way, take some time, write them down. Write those things down. Put them in a journal. Express the feeling. Do a release session. Because what the energies are going to come back around. They always do. And if you don't let the energies transform somehow, then they get stuck in you. So when they come back around, transmute them. Transform them. Turn your pain into beauty. And things will shift. Thank you. Oop. So we did a lot of affirmations, but let's do some affirmations. Drop one in the chat. We'll do 4, and have a good rest of your day. Hopefully that visualization exercise. It's just sometimes you have to go back and you have to see here and compare it and create it how you want it. So drop an affirmation in the chat. Well, I guess it's 3 of us, not the 4. So we have Rise and Prime every morning. For those of you watching on YouTube, on Instagram, every single morning rising. I mean, we don't mourn, we rise. 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Western time. So Fernando, if you want to tap in, just go to Rise and Prime. Let me give you the info. Or just go to holisticlifestyletribe.com and join the tribe. Okay, let's do these affirmations. All right, we got it. 3 affirmations. Keep it sweet, keep it short. Going down, you're gonna breathe in, come up. I'm experiencing summer 2021 with bliss, joy, and ultimate freedom.
I'm experiencing
summer 2021 with bliss, joy, and ultimate freedom. I'm experiencing summer 2021 with bliss, joy, and ultimate freedom. That's right.
I'm experiencing summer 2021 with bliss, joy, and ultimate freedom.
And ultimate freedom. Who's next?
I am happy and thankful for healing and growing.
I am happy and thankful for healing and growing. I am happy and thankful for healing and growing. Go ahead, Liz. My bad.
I'm happy and thankful for healing and growing.
I am happy and thankful for healing and growing.
I am in harmony with my inner self.
I'm in harmony with my inner self.
I am in harmony with my inner self.
I'm in harmony with my inner self.
I'm in harmony with my inner self.
I'm in harmony with my inner and higher self. All right.
Peace and love. I gotta run. It's like hot as hell.
Okay, peace and love. Have a good day.
Y'all have a great day. Carla, you have a blessed day, Queen.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
I'll see you in the morning meetup.
Oh, all right. Go on my way.
Peace.
Peace be multiplied.